Today I'm giving away a free t-shirt, bring you Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, bring you comics news, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching the Comic Hero Show. Now kick that logo! Edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host Victor Dudley, and I am the Comic Hero. Congratulations to the LSU Fighting Tigers. Last night they won a national championship by defeating Clemson 42-25 and finishing the season at 15-0, the perfect season. And congratulations to Coach Ed Orgeron and the rest of the coaching staff, and congratulations to the offensive player of the game, quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow, and the defensive player of the game, junior defensive back Patrick Queen. And this is an LSU Comic Hero tee. I've worn it many times in past episodes, and most previously on episode 290, which was the college football playoff Christmas mashup episode. And to go along with it, this LSU hat. Now, if you're watching this and you are a member of the LSU Fighting Tiger football team, or on the coaching staff, or one of the student assistants, or you're part of the one of the support groups, or if you're a student, alum, or fan, this episode is for you. And this is a great thing for the state. I'm super thrilled that this happened. And well, what can I say? Go Tigers! All right, it's time to give away a free T-shirt. All right, on last week's episode, I asked, which national holiday is also Captain America's birthday? Well, the correct answer is, of all holidays, the 4th of July. And 18 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their name's been entered in the drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So, the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is Stephanie Pardue from West Monroe, Louisiana. So congratulations, Stephanie. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. All right, here's the question for next week's episode, and this is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle question. Now, you're probably wondering, Vic, aren't they a cartoon? Yeah, but they were comic book characters first. They made their debut back in 1984. All right, but here's the question, and it's super easy, especially if you follow. It's super easy if you read the book, or if you ever watched a cartoon or any other form of media. Which U.S. city is the base of operations of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Everyone who answers correctly will be in a drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. Now, Teresa Ballou from Warren, Ohio has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and this features the Teen of Steel against one of the Merry Mutants. Representing DC, we have Supergirl. And representing Marvel, we have Rogue. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call
the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's Supergirl versus Rogue. Supergirl possesses virtually unlimited superhuman strength, speed, stamina, invulnerability, flight, super breath, X-ray vision, telescopic and microscopic vision, freeze breath, heat vision, and super hearing. Rogue possesses absorption of abilities, memories, personality, and physical characteristics of others via touch, superhuman strength, and flight. Who will win? Rogue is a completely different person from that epic fight against Captain Marvel back in the day. That, and she can control her absorption powers now. This fight really wouldn't last very long. It would start off with the two exchanging punches and both shaking back from them. After minutes of this, Supergirl pins Rogue to the ground, grabs her by the throat, and chokes her out. Supergirl wins. But wait! Rogue can lose control of her absorption powers if she loses consciousness. The absorption temporarily knocks Supergirl out cold, while Rogue immediately awakens and feels Supergirl's pain of witnessing the destruction of Krypton years ago. It causes her to be in a fetal position for a few seconds. She then gets up and leaves out of guilt of fighting her. This fight ends in a draw.
And that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Thank you, Teresa Ballou. I hope you all enjoyed that fight, and I'll have another one for next week. Now it's time for Comically Speaking, so without further ado, let's talk comics! Alright, there are two things I'm going to talk about in this segment of Comically Speaking, and the first one is this. Last week, I read all of the of Naomi Season 1. Now, Naomi was a, or the first volume of it was is a line. I mean, it's a book that's part of DC's Wonder Comics line, and it features this little girl named Naomi, who lives with her adopted parents in a small town in Washington State. And in the first issue, she discovers a fight between Superman and Mongol, and then she later finds out that it was the first meta-human activity that had taken place in that city in decades. And so she went to find out why hasn't there been any meta-human activity. And then she ended up meeting this guy that owns named D, who owns a garage, who's a mechanic who owns a garage in that town. And somehow accidentally revealed to her that he knows when she was adopted. Well, we later find out that this guy is not human at all. As a matter of fact, he's from the planet Thanagar. Then she goes back to her parents, and then or her adopted parents, and begin to question her, and they're very angry about it. And so what they do was they end up taking Naomi out to out to this wooded area outside of town, and they reveal a spaceship to her. Now, that spaceship didn't belong to her. It belonged to her adopted father. Now, the reason being was because her adopted father is not even human himself. He's actually from the planet Rand. As a matter of fact, her father ended up fighting alongside Adam Strange during the Rand-Thanagar War that took place at the turn of the century in DC Comics. And then it was just event after event, and they found out that Naomi's actual parents were from a parallel Earth, and they were fighting this one guy and sent her to the mainstream Earth, or Earth 1, and left her there in an effort to save her life. Her parents perished after the guy that was looking for her and killed them. And then Naomi accidentally opens a portal back to her Earth and finds that the entire Earth was destroyed, and with a few people left, and then the person that killed her parents were there. And then she also finds that she possesses superpowers. But the book is great. Of course, Naomi was created by Brian Michael Bendis, David F. Walker, and Jamal Campbell. Of course, Bendis and Walker did the writing, and Jamal Campbell, who never ever disappoints, did the artwork. And I said that to say this: if you're sleeping on Naomi, you may want to read this book. Now, she has a second series coming out later this year for DC, but I really think that you may want to read Season 1 first. And she's also appeared in Action Comics and Young Justice right after the series ended, and I can't wait to see more of her. I mean, she's a great character, great book. Just love it. All right, now the second thing. The Marvel Studios released the origin story on the Fantastic Four. Now I believe this is going to work. Here's why. They're going to be a superhero team of the 1960s. That's right, they're going to be a team of the 1960s. Now, you're probably wondering, Vic, how are they going to make, or how is that going to factor into the present-day Marvel Cinematic Universe? Here's how. And I have two words for you: quantum realm. Now, the quantum realm is from the Ant-Man movies and Avengers Endgame. And the way the script is going to be foretold, the Fantastic Four are going to get their powers while in the 1960s and become the Fantastic Four and become very celebrated superheroes throughout the world. But then, but you have to remember, they're not just superheroes; they're also adventurers and explorers. And they end up going into the quantum realm, and they get trapped in there for over 50 years. And of all people, that helps them escape the quantum realm into the present-day Marvel universe, Ant-Man. And, I love the script. I love this idea. I mean, yeah, make them... I mean, because here's the one thing about the Fantastic Four. When it comes to their origin is one of the most unique origins ever. I mean, they steal a spaceship, and then they go off and explore space, and then, unfortunately, they end up getting hit by cosmic rays, which gives them powers, all according to their personalities. I mean, their origin, the way it was told back in 1961, is timeless. So it would only make sense for them to be superheroes of that era, and then being lost in a quantum realm, and then being lost for over 5 decades. I think that could work. Now, granted, the way that the Fantastic Four movies, the first one that was, the first two that were directed by Tim Story, it was close. It was close! But they made one mistake. They involved Dr. Doom. Now, we all know that Doom was not involved in was not involved early on with the Fantastic Four. As a matter of fact, their first villain was the Mole Man. So I think that will work. I can't wait to see this. Now, right now, it's been rumored that John Krasinski is going to play Mr. Fantastic. Emily Blunt is going to play the Invisible Woman, and then Chris Hemsworth's little brother Liam is going to play the Human Torch. Now, right now, they still haven't decided on. They still haven't casted the Thing, although there have been reports that Dwayne Johnson has been asked for the role, but I don't think he is, because we all know that he's going to be playing Black Adam in a DC Warner Brothers movie coming real soon. All right, that's it for Comically Speaking. Now let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
All right, first up is The Amazing Spider-Man number 37. Batman number 86. Deadpool number 1. New volume. Excalibur number 5. Fallen Angels number 5. Ghost Spider number 6. New Mutants number 5. Silver Surfer Black number 5. Supergirl number 38. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 101. And finally, X-Force number 5. All right, that's 11. which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 9,806. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode. Which U.S. city is the base of operations of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Everyone who answers correctly been entered in a drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Stephanie Pardue from West Monroe, Louisiana, who won a free tee on this week's episode. Well, what can I say? Go Tigers. Congratulations to the entire team again. Congratulations to all the coaches. Head coach Ed Orgeron, or as we all affectionately know him around here as Coach O. Congratulations to offensive coordinator Steve Ensminger. And one thing about this for him, it was very heartfelt because some of y'all may know this, but on the day of their game against Oklahoma, which was the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, there was a plane crash that claims the lives of 6 people, and one of them was his daughter-in-law, Carly McCord. And Coach Ensminger, my heart goes out to you, your son, and the rest of your family, and also Carly's family. And also congratulations to Coach Joe Brady, who did a great job with all the wide receivers, and also and a much well-deserved congratulations to the defensive coordinator Dave Aranda. I mean, my goodness, I haven't seen LSU play defense like that in a long time. And also, this entire state of Louisiana has a lot to celebrate right now. Not just that, but every school that went to a bowl won. It wasn't just LSU winning a national championship. Louisiana Tech won the Independence Bowl. Tulane won their bowl game, and then Louisiana Lafayette won their bowl game a little over a week ago. So congratulations to all the schools in the state of Louisiana who went to a bowl game, because you all won. All right, on next week's episode, it's going to be a very heartfelt thing. I'm going to show some love to all the people in Australia. For those of y'all who don't know, Australia, parts of Australia has been engulfed in flames due to a wildfire. Now, wildfires are considered natural disasters, and I can't stand natural disasters. So, if you're watching this and you're from the land down under, this episode is for you. And I love y'all. And it may seem like that there's no end in sight, but there's always an end in sight. And my thoughts and prayers go out to y'all. And also for everyone else, please pray for these people. And if there's something that you can do for these people, whether it be whether you have the funds to do it, whether you have the resources to do it, or even if you just just reach out and let them know that everything's okay. Every bit counts. All right, I'm Victor Nolly on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 294. Getting real close to 300, y'all. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and go Tigers!